rim, slams it home. From the slot, and Rickles aims it in overtime.
Is back, the head up the bounce, and he is spinning, and he's stopped at the goal line. Centennial wins it.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Sports Den. Well, JW and John couldn't be here, so Ricky and Blythe were filling in for them. And Ricky and Blythe cannot be here, so you get me. My name's Kenton, and you're just going to have to deal with this. We're just going solo bolo, but thankfully we have a lot of highlights to show you because a lot of things have been happening. Not all the sports, but we will get those. If you haven't heard, volleyball and football, they're coming. It's going to take a couple weeks, but they'll be here, don't worry. All right, in the meantime, a whole lot of soccer. Park Center at Spring Lake Park on Tuesday night at Panther Stadium. In the first half, Panthers get on the board. Nice pass from Addison Stepani to Maya Dempsey. That made it 1-0 Panteros. Then Erin Olsen from distance. She finds the back of the net. And now it's 2-0 Panthers. But wait, there's more. Maddie Ngane to Maya Dempsey. 3-0 Panthers. There's more of these. We're going to show them all, okay? Just buckle up. You know I put Salsa on my top shelf, and Stepani, that's where she goes up for goal number 4. Megan Mulrooney, the through ball. She gets up. Passes it ahead. Maya Dempsey, you know what? It's all in the hips. Shakes the keeper, the moves. And she nets it in the back of the net. Hashtag Hattie for Maya. She is numero tres. That's goal, numero tres. Second half. Abby Locke, the hustle play, passes off to Katie Booth. She finishes it 6-0 Panthers. Then Avery Dunbar, the feed to Janie Sands in the back of the net. And then Brianna Weilert, she's going to get back-to-back back of the net. There's uno, there's dos, and it's 9-0 Panthers. Then Maya sets up Stepani, puts herself in the back of the net. To finish things off, uno mas goal, Callie Molitor one more time. 11-0 Panthers win. They edge out the Pirates. The boys. Same team, same place, Park Center at Spring Lake Park, just getting a little darker, that's all. In the first period, Tenzin Soltrum, his shot blocked, but Barakatab puts it home in the back of the net. 1-0 Panthers. Moving ahead to the second half. Through ball up ahead, good hustle by Made Medic. That's probably not how you say his name, I apologize, but a nice move from Barakatab, and he puts it in the back of the net. And it's 2-0. That's his second goal of the day. Watch the footwork. Oh, puts the move on him, and he scores it. And it's 2-0 Panthers. They're not done. There's one more. Soltrum this time gets the goal. Watch the little pop-up here. And he just pops it up over the goalie's head, and it goes to the back of the net. And the Panthers win. 3-0 over the Pirates. Nice win for the Panthers. Those are the things that I said happened, and this graphic confirms it. Barakatab, 2 goals. Tenzin Soltrum, goal and assist. And the guy, double M, we'll go with double M. He got an assist. Maya Dempsey, the hat trick and an assist. Addison Stepani, 2 goals, 2 assists. Brandon Weiler, 2 goals, and Erin Olsen, a goal, and 1 assist. All more soccer. Maple Grove taking on the Blaine Bengals, newly in the rankings. They're numero nueve, but it is the Grove getting on the board first. Quinn Omar scores for Maple Grove. Also scoring in the first half for Maple Grove. After Emma Fournier's shot, it hits the pipe, and then it's Mikey Modeni scoring the goal. 2-0 Maple Grove. Bengals Nice kick ahead from Claire Prolo. Up ahead to Kendall Stadden. She's got moves. She's scoring a lot of goals, and she scores that one. Made it 2-1. However, that was all of the scoring that the Bengals would get. We have one more goal, and it's a Crimson goal. Sarah Nisler scores in the second half. Just pops it over the keeper. That made it 3-1, and that's how it ended. Crimson win.
Obviously coming in, we knew Blaine was a good team, and they're super aggressive, and like obviously they're undefeated. So we kind of just came in, and we knew we had to start out strong, and I think we started out pretty good, and just kind of the overall like environment, but during warm-ups was really nice.
I feel like we were all just like pushing, trying to attack and obviously score because like Quinn said, we knew this was a good team. And so I feel like we were just all going at it as hard as we could. And that's all we wanted was to score and work together.
It was obvious they wanted to score. Same teams, Maple Grove, Blaine. It's the fellas. In the first half, the boys picking up where the girls, you know, they were scoring. Maple Grove continues to score. Damon Humphrey makes it 1-0. However, the Bengals match it. Richie Pollock to Amar Adam in the back of the net. Double A scores were tied up at 1. In the second half, Melvin Kita to Tega Kowegba. And Maple Grove gets their goal from Chidera Animale. And that made it 2-2. We would end in a tie. 2-2.
I mean, on that type of finish, we always work on playing that 1-2 ball. Tega laid it off greatly, and you know, I don't really miss those. So, yeah, it was just a great team. We should have won the game, but you know, we came back and we're happy with the result.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty strong record on the season so far. What is going well for you guys this year?
I think one thing definitely is unity. I think we graduated a lot of guys last year, and to be able to have those guys, like we have a whole sophomore defense, and these guys just step up and they play, and that's really it, just unity.
Well, great job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to step over. Tega, you were able to tie this game up, sinking this PK. What was running through your head as you went up to take that?
I just tried to stay as calm as possible because I heard the other guys, they were saying he's going to miss. But I just tried to just shut everything out and just stay present and just finish it.
Well, it was very fun seeing you sink that, but it's senior year. What does that mean to you to be able to step on the field and get to play with these guys under the circumstances?
It really means a lot. You know, last season we didn't do so well, but this season we have so much chemistry. We're friends on and off the field, and I just enjoy my time with the boys.
All right, and the boys end up tied 2-2. More soccer? Spring Lake Park traveling to Andover to take on the Huskies. Starting with the boys. Baraka Tarleton off the corner kick scores for Andover, making it 1-0. Then Noah Eklund scores for the Huskies, and they lead 2-0 in the first half. They score one more before the break. Spring Lake Park, after a long free kick, it's Tolstrom. No, I don't know. Mysterious number 17 scores. He's not on anybody's roster. And then it's Tolstrom scoring the goal. That made it 4-2. That's as close as they would get. As one more goal from Tarleton. Baraka Tarleton scores 2 goals on the night to lead the Huskies to a 5-2 victory. Thanks to QCTV for the footage. More soccer? You got it. Same teams, girls. Spring Lake Park Panthers taking on the Andover Huskies. In the first half, Olivia Neffel, she scores. going across the keeper, goes far post. Good game for her, as well as Maria Stock. Pass up ahead, and then Maria is going to put it home. Beats the keeper. That made it 2-0, and Maria actually gets a hat trick in this one. She scores 3 goals for the Huskies. And Neffel adds another one to end the game with 2 goals. So between those 2 scores, it's a 5-0 Husky win. So that is what had happened. So, yep, all caught up. That's soccer, everybody. What's upcoming for soccer, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a very specific graphic to show you that. As the Bengals will take on Osseo. This is the girls, by the way, at 5 p.m. Looking ahead to Thursday, Centennial. That game's going to be on North Metro TV. Centennial, they're at Tatina Grace tomorrow night. And on Thursday, why, they take on the Bengals at 7 p.m. That's going to be live on North Metro TV. Spring Lake Park, they're at Elk River Tuesday night. And then, Thursday, they're going to be hosting Anoka. Standings, well, things have really shaken up here in the last week as Chamberlain Park had defeated Centennial to go to the top. Blaine was undefeated, and then Rogers beat them, and now this is what it looks like. Centennial and Chamberlain Park both 7-1. And you saw the rest. Boys' schedules, who do they play? Well, that's a good question. They, like the girls, play the exact same teams, but different times. Blaine, yep, you got it, you're on it. Standings for the boys, Chamberlain Park, they're undefeated, 8-0. Blaine 6-0-2. Maple Grove 6-1-1. Andover 5-2-1. And Centennial there, 4-4. Yeah, should be interesting all the way to the end. Good teams in the Northwest Suburban Conference for the girls and for the boys. Always exciting. And we'll continue to watch that. We'll monitor it. We'll show you some highlights and briefly show you standings to see who's at the top. We're going to take a break, but don't worry. More Sports Den, more highlights, swimming, diving, and that's it. But it's coming up at the other end of this break. So, go, come back, whatever you got to do. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Sports Den. We're still going. We've got more show. We promised swimming and diving. By golly, if there's nothing else we do, and there's very little we do, we live up to our promises. Let's dive right in, shall we? There's a Bengal on the board. We're going to Northdale Middle School for some swim and dive. The Armstrong Falcons traveling to Blaine in the 200 medley relay. To start us off, Blaine's team of Allison Schrank, Hannah Ryan, Chloe Zenz-Olsen, and Emma Wilson win with a time of 1:53.33. 200-yard free. Falcons Zoe Bresnahan out-touches Maddie Schrank, 158.87. Zoe takes first for the Falcons. In the 200-yard IM, Sarah Knox of Blaine wins easy. 2:15.53. Teammate Gabby Bush comes in second. In the 500-yard free, the sprint of all sprints, Emma Wilson of Blaine out-touches her teammates, Chloe Zenz-Olsen, 25.61 for Emma. Then we go to the diving. Bengals score mega points with the diving. Gemma Canians. Reverse pike position. She got the amplitude check. Clean entry check. 182.45 total score for her. Getting second place. Our top placer, Alyssa Jensen. Inward double somersault tuck. Nailed it. That dive put her over the 200-point mark. 200.2. Alyssa Jensen takes first. In the 100-yard butterfly, Allison Schrank of Blaine, 59.58, out-touches teammate Breck Gutenkopf. Excuse me. In the 100-yard freestyle, it is Olivia Kane of Armstrong out-touching Maddie Schrank in a close one, 55.07, beat her by 0.6 of a second. In the 500-yard freestyle, the super mega long race, Zoe Bresnahan wins by a lot. A crazy time, 5:16.05 beats Sarah Knox, 5:23.43. 200-yard freestyle relay, Blaine's team of Sophia Leo, Maddie Schrank, Chloe Zenz-Olsen, and Sarah Knox, 142.85. They take first, edging out Armstrong in the relay. In the 100-yard backstroke, Allison Schrank, 58 even, great time for her, beating teammates Sophia Leo and Lacey Stark. In the 100-yard breaststroke, the Falcons' Olivia Kane gets first with a great time of 109.42. And it's actually a Falcon sweep for them. The 400-yard freestyle relay, the final event, Armstrong takes first and second. The times for Blaine, for some reason, didn't count, but they didn't need it, as Blaine wins big, 104 to 77.
We do have a lot of depth. We've cultivated a lot of our juniors and sophomores that have really stepped up over the last few years, and so that really shined through tonight. We lost a lot of great talent in our seniors last year, and so we're really finding a stride in those 2, 3, 4 places. Sure. And yeah, depth was exactly what we were going for, so I'm glad you noticed. Yes. And I'm glad it worked out in our favor.
You really just want to try and get after it right away and really just make sure that you can nail your turns, nail everything that you possibly can so that you can really attack that race. Really just wanting to make sure that we can work on our technique, working on stroke strategies or racing strategies to make sure that we're able to, once we get to the bigger meets, that we can really pound those and head on.
So this is what had happened. You see the times and the first place finishers for all of those events. I'll give you a moment. It's Blaine winning, more events, thereby getting more points. That's how that works. So they win. More swimming. Spring Lake Park hosting the Rogers Royals. In the 200-yard medley relay to start things off, Rogers' team of Kendall Coppersmith, Lauren Verweg, Samantha Sylvester, and Mackenzie Osowski with a time of 2:01.35. They beat Spring Lake Park's team. 200-yard freestyle, Caitlin Rose of Spring Lake Park, a big win at 2:04.37. And the 200-yard IM, Kirsten King of Spring Lake Park, 2:20.13. Just edges out Samantha Sylvester of Rogers. In the 50-yard freestyle, the sprint, it's Rogers' Kendall Coppersmith, 26.47, defeating the Spring Lake Park's Juliana Stewart. And we go to the diving. Our top diver, Peyton Embry of Rogers. Final score for her, 168.6. 100-yard fly, it is Samantha Sylvester of Rogers, out-touching Carly Lindquist. Another tight race for them. 103.79 for Sylvester, 100-yard free. Mackenzie Osowski of Rogers beats Juliana Stewart of Spring Lake Park. In the 500-yard freestyle, the long one, Caitlin Rose, a big win, winning by 23 seconds, 5:33.3 for Caitlin Rose. In the 200-yard free relay, Rogers' team of Osowski, Sylvester, Scott, and Coppersmith, 148.95. They take first, Spring Lake Park second. In the 100-yard backstroke, Kendall Coppersmith and Carly Lindquist again, and again Coppersmith gets the best of Lindquist, 105.94, winning by 0.3 of a second. Just a touch at the wall. You can see on the board how close it was. Yep, it was close. 100-yard breaststroke. Kirsten King wins again for Spring Lake Park, 114.47, beating Lauren Verweg of Rogers. And the final event, tied going in, winner take all in the team relay competition freestyle, and it is Spring Lake Park winning. Caitlin Rose, Kylie Nordstrom, Carly Lindquist, and Kirsten King, 358.08. Oh, by the way, they had a team finish second. So they win. They get all of the points. No, just kidding. They do win 98-88, the final score. A hearty cheer for all.
For me, it's always the idea of like the next step. So say a goal was to break the record in the 500 free, the next step for me would be to go to state and then to place at state. So it's always like, what can I do to make myself better each time, no matter how bad it hurts?
For me, I just think of the races individually, because if I think of like the whole meet, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 4 races to do, then I kind of get freaked out. But if I just focus on one race at a time, then I can finish and be like, okay, I have rest for my next one, and I just focus on one race at a time.
That's all you can do. And great finish for the Panthers and a nice win, 98-88 for them. And there is the recap of the people that swam faster than the other people. And this is what's coming. A couple of meets left before, and they have announced that they will have sections and things to look forward to for swimmers. So that was good news this past week for them, as Blaine will have Anoka Maple Grove, Centennial, Andover, and Rogers. And then Spring Lake Park, they've got Champlain Park, Andover, and Park Center. And in girls tennis, Andover and Blaine. So Andover, the 5-2 win for the team, defeating Blaine. As there you see all of the scores. Peyton Hemp of the Huskies winning first singles, as they take 5 out of the 7 matches in that one. Upcoming, the Bengals will be at Park Center, and then hosting Spring Lake Park. Centennial, they have Rogers and Osseo, and Spring Lake Park will take on Champlain Park and Blaine. Cross country, up ahead for them. For Blaine, they'll be in Champlain Park, taking on Champlain Park at Treasured Haven Farm. If you want to go running on the farm or watch people run on the farm, that's where you can do it on Friday afternoon. Centennial, Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove at the Elm Creek Park Reserve, and Spring Lake Park on Friday. Park Center and Tatina Grace or combo team at Brightwood Hills Golf Club. Oh, if you hadn't heard, football. They're going to play some football, and you know, we'll have it for you on the TV and the internets. Bengals open up with Tatina Grace and Maple Grove. Also on our schedule, Roseville, Centennial, Osseo, and Anoka. Centennial, also a tough schedule for them. Champlain Park, Tatino, Maple Grove, Blaine, St. Michael, Eberville, and Osseo. Spring Lake Park. On their slate is Armstrong, Irondale, Coon Rapids, St. Louis Park, Hopkins, and North St. Paul. Volleyball, that's going to happen. The Bengals will have Andover, Anoka, and Champlain Park to start off, and Spring Lake Park on the 19th of October. Centennial, Elk River, Andover, and Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park will open up at Coon Rapids, and then that's Thursday the 8th, and then Tatina Grace and Centennial and Blaine up ahead, as they each have a 13-game schedule, 15-game schedule. So they'll get in most of their season before some November playoffs, late November at that. So things just pushed back a little bit for the football and the volleyball, because we couldn't wait till spring. All right, so as usual, if you've got results from your sporting activities that you would like to share, sportsin@northmetrotv.com. We love the information. All right, and information for you. You might be wondering what games we're covering, and we're going to try to cover as many as possible, since, you know, either limited crowds or zero crowds. So this is what we got for football. And if you see multiple games on one date, there's going to be a combination of on television and streaming on one of our other kind of platforms between YouTube, Facebook. So we'll have that information on our site. But we will have opening weekend, Armstrong, Spring Lake Park, Tatina Grace, Blaine. We have Tatina Grace, Centennial, and Irondale at Spring Lake Park the next weekend. Roseville, Blaine, Centennial, of course, Spring Lake Park, Hopkins, and Osseo, Blaine. And there will be more highlights of all of the other games, and then there's also other stations covering other games and School Space Media. So don't worry, they'll be somewhere. You can watch them all. Upcoming volleyball, that's a lot of volleyball. That's crazy. So you should never have to leave your home if you want to watch volleyball or football. Just stay at home, watch North Metro TV, Watch our YouTube, our Facebook. But you've got Andover Centennial, Anoka Blaine, Centennial Spring Lake Park, Blaine. Yeah, there's a lot of good matchups. I don't even need to read them all. You know what? We got a website for that. But these are the ones coming up first. And most of those things will probably happen, if not all of them. So lots of live coverage coming up. We'll, of course, have highlights of these games and more for you on Sports Den. How can you watch? How can you watch these? It's just the schedule. There's so many things. How do you know what's going on? Well, thank goodness we've got someone taking charge of this. Put it on the website, northmetrotv.com. You can find our complete schedule, the games that are on our Comcast channel, streaming on our website. We have 2 Facebook channels and 2 YouTube channels to help cover as much as possible and to make it as simple and straightforward for you as possible. You can go to our website to find where your game will be airing and or streaming. And if you haven't heard, we're on the social media. That's what I'm told, at North Metro TV. You can follow us if you'd like. It's up to you. I think that's about it. We're going to wrap things up. I want to thank you for enduring the show. It was a pleasure having you. I'll see you again in about 9 months. Have a wonderful week ahead. Go out and support your teams, or actually just stay home and support your teams. Watch them on North Metro TV. And go Bengals, and go Cougars, and go Panthers.